We have it here. Manager ID and department ID. So this is the manager ID. Look, manager ID can accept null value here. And department ID. This is the department. This is the foreign key from table departments. So these are primary keys, and the department ID is here, foreign key in table employees. Okay. Here the country ID, country, this is the country ID, country name, and what country else? Country ID, country name, region ID. So we don't see the region ID, or this is maybe the region ID, or it should be here. Anyway, this is the department ID and department name, administration, marketing, purchasing, manager ID and location ID. So manager ID and location ID, as we said here. For example, here, let's execute these three examples of select query. Okay, so select job ID and salary from employees. It means that here I want only in the new table, which is this one, to have only two attributes, which are job ID and salary from employees. So you go to employees here, you take job ID and salary. You look here, you take job ID and salary. So you copy all these columns and you paste them here. So you take job ID and you add all the values, salary, and you add all values. Look, here we didn't do any restrictions, so you copy with duplicates. As you see here, and here, and here, okay, you see duplicates as a rip 10,000, as a rip 10,000, as a rip 10,000. So here we didn't remove, we didn't eliminate duplicates. If you use on this or on this table, if you use select distinct, you add the word distinct here as here, job ID, salary from employees. This will remove the duplicates. So look here, 9,600, there is no 96,000 here. So it's not duplicated, so you write it as it. Then look here, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, as a rip, as a rip, as a. So this one is repeated 3 times. When you use this thing, you just type it 1 time. Okay. The fourth one, 10,500. There is no 2 times or more. You write it as it. 11,000. You write 11,000. 11,500. You write 11,500. Here you see. Here you see 2,500 2 times. So SH clerk 2,500 2 times. SH clerk 200,000 500 2 times. So you write it 1 time as here. And last time here SH clerk 2,600, not 500. So you write as it. So with this way we saw how the distinct modify the table and how it eliminates the duplicates from the this relation table. Select star from departments. Star, it means select everything from the departments. So you will have everything, even with duplicates, I think. Here there is duplicates. No, there is not duplicates because here is not the same. So this line is different from this line by the department ID. So we don't have duplicates in the department ID. But if we said manager, if we said, for example, select department name and location ID. You will see location ID is repeated here, but not for the same department name. Administration, purchasing, executive finance, so they are not the same. So they are not duplicates because they are different. But if we said select location ID, select distinct location ID from departments, here you can find duplicates. This one, this one, this one, this one. So you will write it one time, then there's no more duplicates. Alias. What's the alias? Alias, it's like a temporary name that assigned to a column, expressions, or to a table when we execute a query. So so an alias is a temporary name that's assigned to column or expression or table when only we execute the query. So we write it to execute a query only, okay, to facilitate the execution of the query, to make it clear, to facilitate. So to assign an alias, you can use two things. Either you use as word or you can use a space. So for the first case, when you want to use as, you can use the keyword as, capital letters, which is optional, followed by the alias, the name of the alias. Or we can use the alias when separated by a space. So you can, instead of adding as, you just separate a space and you write or you indicate immediately the alias. You will understand here as an example. So first thing, you can use as, or instead of as, you write column name or expression or table. You keep space, one space, then you write the alias. So if the alias, the new alias, the temporary name, contains spaces or special characters like this, you should add, you must add it or enclose it in quotation marks or brackets, like this. For example, select employee ID. We want the employee ID. When we want to use as, you say as ID. So as you are giving temporary name for the employee ID. Comma, we want to add also job ID as. Look, we added not like this without parentheses or quotations. Here we added it in a brackets. Why? Because code job contains a space. So if the alias, which is this, contains a space or special characters, it must be enclosed in quotations mark or parentheses or brackets. So you add it in parentheses because it contains a space. From employees. Another type, you may use the same thing as here, but rather than using as, you can use a space. So if you only do like that, select employee ID, you keep one space and you write the ID, then this means that ID is an alias of employee ID. And in quotations, if you write not brackets, you use quotation, single quotations or gimme, like this and that. So it means that we didn't add here as. We added only one space, then this will be understood as an alias. Okay. The last thing here, we can select, you can combine or concatenate two columns as one full column. So you concatenate, you select first name, you will selecting here all first name, you concatenate with one space as here, you concatenate it with last name. So you take all this, then you add one space after each word. Then you concatenate this, so it should be Stephen King. Stephen, one space King, it should be like this. All these three things, the first name, the one space, the last name, you will combine them and call them or assign an alias to them, which is full name. So here we are giving alias to column, alias to column, alias to column, alias to column. Here we are giving alias to expression of several columns. So we are doing concatenation between columns and then we give them an one alias. Okay, this is the main difference. So you have several choice to assign an alias to either column or to expression, to columns or to tables, as we will see. Here you can say from employees E, for example, space E, or employees as E. So E is an alias, for example. Expressions. What's an expression? Here I added this definition to you. So an expression is a combination of values like these. Columns, first name, last name, operators, times, plus, minus, and functions that produce a single value, like get date, convert date to another date, for example. So an SQL expression equals something that SQL evaluate to return a value. Its objective is to return a value. So an expression is a combination here of symbols and operators that return a single value. As you see here, a constant value like 10, bonjour, date in gimme or in quotations. Here we see also get date. The get date will be date. So column or scalar function like this, as I told you. Okay. Column should be, for example, first name, last name. Okay. This is string data. This string data. This is value number data. So constant values. Okay. We may use columns. The expression can be columns like first name and last name, as you see. Constants, you take salary